Hey guys, Rabbitry here, back with another Starcraft Broodwar Remastered cast. Today I have a PvP from the ladder sent to me by one of my friends on the foreign Discord named Supperman. He's playing under his Smurf name Pyong Shinseki, which I've got absolutely no know what it means. I just know that it sounds quite badass, if I'm totally honest. His opponent is a blue Protoss in the top right. We're playing on Polypoid. His Smurf name is QWE0728 and he is spamming APM like a mother trucker. Look at this, 600. I don't know why we do this, but we do this. Alright, so some PvP action. We don't have any proxies or anything weird at this stage. The only thing I know about this game that Supperman sent to me is he said, Rabbit, it's a little bit interesting. You might like it. Maybe I did something naughty. Who knows? So I don't watch these games before I cast them. I'm watching them for the very first time, just like all of you. So that's, I suppose, makes the experience just a little bit more authentic for all to enjoy. Okay, so our blue probe is around scouting. His blue Protoss has sent his probe out a little bit quicker than red. It looks like red's also going for a straight scout. And then from there he will go across. What sort of openings do we have? We have what looks like gateway gas for one of our Protoss. The other one looks like he's going to go 2 gates? No. Not building a gateway, he's not building a gas. Is this... what the hell is this? Okay, now I'm already intrigued. Surely at this stage you would either have to throw down another gateway, or you would have to have done something. So gas for Supperman is up. Cybernetics core is on the way. But no zealots on the way yet. This is a 1 zealot expansion. He's got the money for it. And there we go. Supperman's probe was going to try and get the block off, but I would say this is about a B rank game. I know Supperman is a good player. I don't know his exact ranking, but this is a pretty high ranking game. But to see a 1 gate, 1 zealot, no gas expand in a PvP is quite rare, if I'm very honest. And if you see this, I suppose the knee-jerk reaction is to just go Citadel, I guess, and put some pressure on. I don't know what Protoss is doing to protect himself. It looks like he's building Forge, so anticipating possibly the DTs will come. And interestingly, Supperman is building a Stargate, which is very, very unusual, almost as if he's going to try and sneak in, if I had to guess, I'd say early carriers, but to finance that on one base could be a little bit tricky. I think it's very, very important. If Supperman's going to pull this off, he needs to deny this scout. So our blue Protoss is getting up his cannons, so he's blocking against DTs. He may add 1 or 2 more cannons if he scouts that it's a horde of dragoons that are coming down. So this scout is absolutely critical. So we have to see if this probe gets into Supperman's base. I think that's going to, I wouldn't say end the game, but it's going to be a dead giveaway as to what he's up to. Okay, so the probe has stopped. Is he going to get past? Oh, okay, so he's gone. He's just basically confirmed by the looks of it that Supperman's also expanded, but he hasn't tried to get back into the base to scout this tech path, which we can see now is a forge coming up behind the gateway, and +1 air weapon. So this is definitely going to be some sort of aerial assault. There's no doubt about that. Red is going to have absolutely no clue. So from Red's point of view, it could be Reavers, it could be Templars, it could be Templar drops, it could be a lot of things. He's actually flying totally blind here, which is probably one of the most terrifying ways to play a PvP, if I'm honest. So blue is getting Dragoon range and playing now a 2-gate goon with +1 attack, sort of fairly normal, in inverted commas, progression from what was a very aggressive Econ opening. And Supperman is just... Where is your fleet beacon, sir? There it is, sneaking his fleet beacon here into the corner. So what we would want to just check is our blue Protoss building a robo? Yes. Okay, so the robo is in the production tab. I expect it's this building over here, and it is still a long way away from completing. So if the robo comes up, I expect an observatory would follow soon after that. Only once observers are in his base is he going to have absolute confirmation of what this is. That being said, moving down here with a Dragoon, 2 Zealots, and another Goon against this little army would certainly be a clue that something is a bit weird. If Supperman was playing a more conventional game, he would also have noticed there that Dragoon range isn't finished yet for Supperman. That has to be a clue. In fact, the Goons get in here and they're going to see the Stargate. Alright, so the gig is up. He sees 2 Stargates, he sees a spinning cybernetics core. He's definitely figured out what the plan is here. I don't know how Supperman's going to get around the fact that his whole strategy has kind of been thwarted here. And if Blue just masses up a few more gateways and sends the boys before the carriers are out, I think he would have a very good chance of taking this. This is decent micro of the Dragoons. Right, so there's one relatively red Zealot and one pretty healthy Zealot against one sort of mid-health Dragoon. There should be another Dragoon coming out here soon, so it'll just be about containing the damage now for Supperman, making sure he doesn't lose too many workers. There goes one. And then he loses another. And another. That's 3 probes. 4 probes. Okay, he's lost 4 probes, and he's got the 1 Zealot left. And 5 probes. This has been really good damage. And also from the scouting as well. He sees the first carrier pop, so he knows exactly what to expect. Supperman's entire lifeline here is 3 cannons powered by an Protoss pylon. If that pylon gets taken out, all the cannons will go with it. And so the 2 Stargates, the worker counts, astonishingly enough, for those 5 workers lost in that attack, still relatively even. We've got 5 goons here with range. I think the move for Blue is just to go and push and to try and lock down these cannons. If he doesn't push now, he's going to give Supperman an opportunity to get up a critical mass of carriers, which in my estimation would probably be around 6. It all depends. It looks like Blue's solution to this is to just go Goon Man, getting in some Citadel tech as well. I don't know if that would be to tech up to Archons or to Storm. It's not really going to help in any other way, but I think he sees it the same way I do, which is push with Dragoons now, because Supperman's going to have 4 cannons, 2 Dragoons, 2 carriers, which will probably help in the fight, but at that number not be sufficient, we would expect. Okay, so here we go. So he's staging what is 7 Dragoons, 8 if we count this one here as well. So 8 Dragoons. And I think he's just got to go for it. I think staging here too long. He's giving Supperman time to get another 2 carriers out. He's already got 2 at this stage. I think it's just too many. He's giving him too much time to get up the critical mass here. I think he's waiting for, I don't know if it's 10 or 12. When these 2 come, there will be 11. Alright, so 11, he's decided 11 is the number. So this is going to come down to micro. And I think this is going to be a very, very, very close fight. He's not targeting down anything. Those Dragoons have moved quite far forward before taking anything out. They've targeted down 1 cannon, 2 goons. There's 3 cannons left. A few of the Dragoons are moving into the main. I don't think that's the right move. I think taking down the cannons is probably a better call. These Dragoons have all got stuck behind workers. Yes, admittedly, 4 goons have got into the main. There's an upgrade that could be denied, but it's not going to matter much because these carriers are going to just knock them off. And there's a goon firing here as well. That trade went really well for Supperman. I think there were a few micro errors perhaps from Blue. I think potentially staying here and focusing on targeting down the cannons would have been a better call than trying to push past the main, lose a lot of shots. And Supperman with a question mark, perhaps asking the question that I myself was wondering. I also question this move here of expanding behind that attack. It wasn't really a very good trade. A lot of zealots, which are going to be pretty useless when the carriers move forward. So I think the rationale perhaps behind this was he was expecting this attack to go a lot better and potentially break down this wall of cannons, and then the follow-up with the speed lots and the Templars was going to basically just kill all of the workers at a speed faster than what the carriers could do anything about it. Meanwhile, there's a probe here, carrier here, so Supperman is now scouting around the map, and he's going to find this base. Oh, okay, what's he doing? Just warming up his interceptors, and he's going to knock down this carrier without a problem. Sorry, knock down this cannon without a problem with his carrier. Now the cannon disappears like it's nothing. Alright, so Blue's idea is to just counter. Alright, so I can't fight carriers with zealots, but I sure as hell can kill buildings, is what Blue says. Although he's going to have to get past 5 cannons. Meanwhile, Supperman's also expanding behind this quite nicely. Alright, so carriers are doing carrier things over here. Blue has now also got himself supply block because he had a few pylons that he was relying on, both for spotting and to give him supply. I think he's just going to fly straight in the main. That's what I would expect here. I mean, staging your units here is pointless. If you're going to go for it, go for it. Either push here, push there, or GG. I mean, you're doing nothing of anything at the moment. Alright, so here we go. He goes for it. A lot of cannons, and this Dragoon is blocking the ramp, which I think is also a good call. There's a lot of High Templars here. They aren't doing much. Okay, so they've stormed this carrier, which did take a bit of shield damage on, but that was about it. Okay, so that was a decent storm, knocking the worker count back down to 35. It was 50, so you got about 15 probes. But these 4 carriers are basically wrecking house here, going totally unopposed, and I think this is just game over. He's going to kill all the probes. There's nothing really he has to block this. He cannot build up a critical mass of anti-air in time. So while Blue is doing a little bit of damage with his zealots here, killing a lot of workers, Supperman's down to 17. It isn't going to matter because his worker count is going to be all but decimated, and his production is going to get wiped out by these carriers. What a crazy, crazy game. So Blue respectfully, GG's out of it. No trashing, no trolling. Thanks Supperman for sending me this game. It was actually quite a fun one to cast. I very much enjoyed it. You don't see a lot of 2-base carriers. You don't see a lot of 1 gate expands without gas. So we had 2 very interesting approaches to this match, but it was a good one. I enjoyed it. I'm Rapidroo. I cast Variety Brood War on a regular basis. So if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, ciao for now.